In this episode, we're going to be showing you the two laminators that we have available here at AM, and I'm going to be showing you the differences between the two so that you can see which one you think is best for yourself. So, why do you need a laminator in the first place? Let's just quickly go and touch on that. So when you're printing and doing signage, let's say for instance it's outdoors or it's in an area that has frequent activity, whether it be on the floor, on the wall, or outside on a piece of glass, there is a purpose for a laminator. And the biggest purpose is making sure that whatever you print or you've installed, a lamination layer is applied so that it can last so much longer, depending on what type of laminate that you use. Whether or not you need the item to be protected so that it can last its longevity outside or in a place that gets washed often enough, a laminator doesn't just protect the vinyl that you printed. You can also use a laminator to apply your vinyl that you printed to a board of Laminating, glass, or even Perspex, and from there onwards there's so many materials that you can use. What this allows you to do is do an effortless application without needing water to a board, without getting bubbles or any crinkles in your vinyl. So therefore you are doing an accurate lamination of your vinyl to an object, and not only that, you're also going to do a lamination of a protective layer on top, which is going to help you with UV, scratch resistant, and your ink not just running from whether it be rain, using eco solvent over time, or you're going to use UV and you want more UV resistance on top of that print. So basically that's why you would need a laminator. So let's go on over to our first one and show you what it's like. Alright, so here we've got our entry-level laminator, which is 1520 mils wide. It can do up to 20 mils thick underneath the rollers here, and it comes with a back roller to hold either your application tape or your lamination roll, or even your vinyl, depending on what you're applying to, as well as a bar here in front for those options as well. And then all the way here to the side, we have got our control panel that allows you to control your temperature, and that is going to be very essential to making sure that you do lamination correctly so that you don't burn your material depending on which material you're laminating. So that is quite essential to be able to do that. Then another thing is all of these laminators come with an air compressor standard, so that every single time that you are ready to laminate and when you bring down your bar, it's going to give you an equal pressure all the way across so that you don't manually have to do your pressure, which is a very good thing to have on your laminator. And of course we come with our roller here on the side, which allows you to roll in any direction you want while you're laminating, so that you do it manually and not via foot pedal with this option. And this also does come with an option to move the handle down so that you don't walk past and break it off. So this is your air lift up and down so that your laminator can lift so that you can put your vinyl in and laminate it. So that basically covers it for this one. We're going to move on to the next one. And here onto our next one, we have our more advanced laminator. This one is also hot and cold lamination, but it has got a lot more accessories and things that are going to help you laminate with this machine. So let's get started on the control panel side. Okay, so the first thing here is we've got our much bigger control panel with a lot more options. So let's first start off with our air pressure up and down, which is going to be the exact same knob on our previous machine, and that's going to lift your roller up and down. Then we have also got our control panel here, and that's for your motorized section and the temperature. So for instance, if you are wanting to make this hot or cold, you're going to change the temperature settings here and also change the motor settings on how fast you want this to run. And that's all controlled here, and then when you are ready, all you need to do is go ahead and put your foot on the pedal. So this machine also comes with an air compressor so that you have a perfect up and down pressure when you are actually laminating, which is fantastic because you do not want to do it by hand. The next thing is the bars that come extra over the one we've just spoken about. The first thing about this is the extra rollers. Now these two on top here are motorized along with your actual roller. So ideally these should be spinning at the same speed when you're laminating. And basically what's going to happen is you're going to take your lamination, let's say this is lamination, and you're going to peel it back and have the sticky side going that direction over the top, and it's going to meet your vinyl as it's coming into your roller here, and then it laminates. What you do with your excess piece of paper that comes off your lamination goes straight underneath and to the back roller, which is also motorized. So that way it can pick it up automatically without you having to stand here, hold your excess paper that's coming off while you've got a print going through, and it might be long enough that you can't even stand here. So it's quite nice that you have this option here. Another really cool thing is it comes with an anti-static string, which is going to prevent a lot of follicles or hair or any dust that may land and stick to your lamination roll as it's going in, and then you've got stuff stuck underneath your lamination and between your vinyl. Here on the control panel side, we have got individual tensioning screws that can tighten or loosen the tension on the bar as it's being rolled. And as you can see, they roll in unison, but you can add individual tension so that you don't have your vinyl or your lamination being twisted and torsioned in the wrong way and with the wrong speed. So it's nice to set these individually. Even though they roll together, they'll have different tensions so that you can maybe have different laminates for different purposes. Then it brings me to the last roller here in front, and that is for your vinyl, and solely for your vinyl that you are printed and ready to laminate. By the way, we've also got quite a cool feature with this laminator, and it comes with a double-sided blade that allows you to trim your vinyl as it's coming off the laminator, and you can put it right up to this roller so that it allows you to trim it, and you can move these left and right, and that can trim your vinyl as it's coming out or going into the laminator the opposite direction. So please be careful of this double-sided blade. One last thing and a piece of advice with both of these laminators is that although these are very easy to use, and the fact that they can help you so much with either laminating to objects or just protecting your vinyl, it is going to be a lot easier if you somehow had a table that you put behind the laminator so that you don't have a struggle of laminating, so that it comes straight out onto a table rather onto the floor, or having an employee stand here at the back and it's going to waste your time. So that is my advice. Maybe make yourself a table. Other than that, these laminators are fantastic. Now that you know the difference between these two laminators here behind me, I encourage you to come on over to AM's building in the showroom here, have a look at these two, see which one is best for you, and as always, please go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell icon so that you can get notified on the next video. So keep your eyes peeled, and thank you for watching.